You already know you're doing it wrong. You've known for weeks, maybe months, perhaps years. And yet this morning you did it again. You opened the app you swore you'd delete. You said the thing you promised you wouldn't say. You chose the comfort over the goal, the lie over the consequence. This isn't about discipline. It's not about willpower or motivation or any word you've used to explain it away. This is about something far more efficient, something older than your conscious mind. Most people believe self-sabotage is a failure of character, a weakness that needs fixing. They're wrong. What you're experiencing isn't a bug in your system. It's a feature. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do, and it's doing it perfectly. The behavior you hate, the pattern you can't break, it exists because at some point it saved you. Not today, not in this context, but once in a version of your life that mattered. It worked, and your mind never forgot. Now you're walking through life with outdated survival code still running in the background. You think you're choosing, but the choice was made long before you became aware of it. Every time you reach for the distraction, your brain registers it as threat avoidance. Every time you stay silent when you should speak, it counts as danger prevention. You're not weak. You're obedient. Obedient to a system that no longer serves you, but still believes it's keeping you alive. The illusion is thinking you're in control. That awareness alone will change the pattern. But awareness without understanding is just observation. And observation without mechanism is just shame. You've tried to stop before. You've promised yourself it would be different this time. And it wasn't, because you were fighting the wrong battle, blaming the wrong enemy. The truth is uncomfortable. It strips away the story you've been telling yourself about who you are. But discomfort is the price of clarity, and clarity is what separates those who evolve from those who repeat. Most channels will tell you how to fix yourself, how to optimize, improve, become better. We're not here to fix you. We're here to show you what's actually happening beneath the surface. This is where the real psychology lives, not in the self-help section, in the hidden architecture of the self. If you're ready to stop pretending and start understanding, click the subscribe button now. Not because you need another content channel, but because you've spent long enough in the dark. This is for those who want the truth even when it doesn't feel good. Your brain was built in a world where hesitation meant death, where the wrong choice, the wrong sound, the wrong movement could end your genetic line in seconds. So it developed a shortcut. A pattern-matching system that doesn't wait for logic. It sees similarity and responds with certainty, even when the similarity is false. This is why you feel fear in a safe room, why comfort feels dangerous when growth is available. Your nervous system can't tell the difference between actual threat and perceived loss. To the ancient circuitry running beneath your thoughts, they register as the same thing. When you avoid the difficult conversation, you're not being cowardly. You're being obedient to a survival protocol. Your brain has labeled that conversation as danger, as potential exile from the tribe. And exile in the environment you were designed for meant death. So it floods you with discomfort, with resistance, with 1,000 rational-sounding reasons to wait. This is the mechanism, not weakness, not sabotage. Survival efficiency. The same system that kept your ancestors alive now keeps you small, because your brain hasn't updated its threat database. It's still running on software from 10,000 years ago. Every time you choose the familiar over the unknown, you reinforce the pattern. The neural pathway gets deeper. The response becomes faster. The illusion of choice becomes thinner. You're not deciding in real time. You're replaying a decision your nervous system made long ago. And it made that decision based on incomplete information in a context that no longer exists. The behavior you keep repeating isn't about the present moment. It's about an ancient fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of failure. Fear of being seen and found insufficient. These fears were useful once. They kept your ancestors cautious, cooperative, alive, but you don't live in that world anymore. The threats have changed. Now the real danger isn't speaking up. It's staying silent while your life passes by. The real threat isn't failure. It's succeeding at things that don't matter while avoiding what does. Your brain doesn't know this yet. It's still protecting you from predators that no longer exist. So you keep doing the thing you know is wrong because your system believes it's keeping you safe. And safety, to a survival machine, will always override growth. This is the trade you never agreed to. Protection from imaginary threats in exchange for your potential. The damage isn't visible at first. You're still functional, still moving through your days, still explaining yourself into coherence. But beneath the surface, something fundamental is breaking down. Every time you act against your knowing, you split yourself in two. The part that sees the truth, and the part that pretends it doesn't. This split has a name in psychology: cognitive dissonance. But the clinical term doesn't capture the cost. What's actually happening is an erosion of self-trust. You're teaching yourself that your own awareness can't be believed, that your insights don't matter, that the voice telling you what's true can be safely ignored. And once you learn to ignore yourself, you become a stranger in your own life. You start making decisions you don't recognize, defending positions you don't actually hold. You become fluent in the language of justification, expert at explaining why this time is different. But you're not explaining to others. You're explaining to the part of you that still remembers what you wanted. The identity you thought was solid begins to feel provisional, negotiable. You lose track of what you actually believe versus what you've convinced yourself to accept. This is where the real violence occurs, not in the behavior itself, but in the relationship you have with your own mind. You stop asking what you want because you've learned the answer doesn't matter anyway. You stop trusting your discomfort because you've overridden it too many times. The internal signal system that was designed to guide you becomes noise you've trained yourself to ignore. And without that signal, you're navigating blind. Here's the question you need to sit with. How many times have you betrayed what you knew to be true? Not lied to others, betrayed yourself, chosen the comfort of the familiar over the clarity of the real. If you're feeling this right now, if you recognize this pattern in your own history, comment the word "split" below. Not for me, for you. To mark the moment you stopped pretending you don't see it. Because recognition is the first crack in the pattern. The consequences compound silently over years. You wake up one day and realize you can't remember the last time you felt certain about anything. Not because life became more complex, but because you've spent so long negotiating with your own knowing. The person you are in public and the person you are in private become two different people, and eventually you forget which one is real. You've been here the entire time, watching yourself repeat the pattern, aware but unable or unwilling to intervene. This isn't a revelation. It's a confirmation of something you already knew but couldn't name. The mechanism doesn't stop just because you see it now. Your nervous system will still flood you with resistance when growth requires discomfort. Your brain will still choose the familiar cage over the uncertain freedom, but something shifts in the recognition itself. Not immediately, not dramatically, but definitively. You can't unsee what you've seen here. The next time you reach for the distraction, there will be a split second where you feel the automation. The moment before the pattern executes, you'll sense the machinery turning. That fraction of awareness is the only space where change becomes possible. Not through discipline, not through willpower, through simple, repetitive recognition. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're not uniquely damaged. You're a survival machine that survived so well, it trapped itself in safety. And now you're standing at the edge of a different kind of danger. The danger of becoming conscious while the pattern still runs. Of seeing yourself clearly without the mercy of ignorance. Most people will choose to look away, to return to the comfort of not knowing, because knowing without changing feels worse than never knowing at all. But you're still here, which means some part of you has already decided the truth matters more than the comfort. The behavior will probably happen again tomorrow. You'll probably choose the same wrong thing you've chosen 100 times before, but you'll feel it differently now. You'll feel the gap between what you know and what you do. And in that gap, in that uncomfortable space of clear seeing, you'll find something you thought you'd lost. Not control, not mastery, but honest recognition, the ability to watch yourself act and know exactly what's happening. No story, no excuse, no pretending this time will be different. Just a simple, brutal clarity of seeing the machine operate. And maybe in one of those moments the pattern will hesitate, not because you forced it, but because consciousness, once introduced, changes the equation. You can't go back to not knowing. You can only go forward carrying the weight of what you've seen. The question was never why you keep doing it. The question is, now that you know, what will you do with the knowing?